Welcome to Finance 3.0, your daily dive into the seismic shifts reshaping the global financial system. I am Asya Semanova, and I thank you for watching. Today, we're tackling a fascinating and crucial question for understanding the future of our financial system. Is technology deflationary? We see it in our everyday lives. The smartphone in your pocket is a supercomputer that would have cost millions just a few decades ago. But is it really that simple? Does more tech automatically mean lower prices across the board? To help us answer this, we're going to bring in the powerful arguments from a groundbreaking book, The Price of Tomorrow, by technologist and entrepreneur Jeff Booth. Booth argues that not only is technology deflationary, but its deflationary power is so immense that it's on a collision course with our entire economic system. Let's dive in. The unstoppable deflationary force of technology. Jeff Booth's central thesis is that technology is the most powerful deflationary force in history. He argues that the natural state of a free market, when powered by technology, is deflation. Let's break down why. Exponential productivity. Booth emphasizes that technological progress isn't linear, it's exponential. Thanks to Moore's law and similar principles in other fields, we're getting better, faster, and cheaper technology at an accelerating rate. This leads to what Booth calls abundance. As he writes, technology is a force that brings abundance to our world, and with it, deflation. This isn't just about making things a little cheaper. It's about a fundamental shift in how we create value. The race to zero marginal cost. We've talked about how technology streamlines supply chains and automates tasks. Booth takes this a step further. He points out that in a truly competitive market, technology drives the marginal cost of producing one more unit of a good or service towards zero. Think about software or digital media. Once it's created, the cost to replicate it is virtually nothing. As Booth argues, this is a game changer. Businesses are forced to become more and more efficient just to survive, and that efficiency is passed on to consumers in the form of lower prices. Dematerialization and AI. The move from physical to digital is a key part of this, but Booth also points to the rise of artificial intelligence as a supercharger for deflation. AI can be seen as a form of pure productivity. It can analyze vast data sets, optimize complex systems, and even generate new content, all at a fraction of the cost and time of human effort. This means that the cost of intelligence itself is falling, which has profound deflationary implications across every industry. The collision course, deflation versus our economic system. If technology is so powerfully deflationary, why do we constantly hear about inflation? This is where Jeff Booth introduces his most provocative argument. Our current economic system is fundamentally at odds with the natural deflationary forces of technology. As he states, our economic systems were not built for a world driven by technology where prices keep falling. They were built for a pre-technology era when labor and capital were the primary drivers of growth. The debt problem. Booth argues that our global economy is built on a foundation of ever-increasing debt. This debt requires growth and, crucially, inflation to be serviced. If prices are constantly falling due to technology, it becomes harder to pay back debt, leading to defaults and economic instability. Central banks, in an attempt to prevent this, resort to monetary expansion, essentially printing more money, to create inflation. This is the core conflict. Technology wants to drive prices down while the system needs them to go up. The illusion of growth. Booth suggests that much of the economic growth we perceive is actually an illusion created by inflation. If technology is making things cheaper, but the money supply is expanding, it can mask the true deflationary impact. He challenges the conventional wisdom that inflation is always good and deflation is always bad, arguing that technology-driven deflation is a sign of progress and abundance, not economic collapse. The labor market disruption. Another critical aspect Booth highlights is the impact on labor. As technology automates more tasks, it displaces human labor, leading to technological unemployment. This creates a paradox: increased productivity and lower costs for goods, but potentially less income for a significant portion of the population. This societal challenge is often met with further monetary expansion, trying to stimulate demand rather than addressing the root cause of technological disruption. So, is technology deflationary? According to Jeff Booth in The Price of Tomorrow, the answer is a resounding yes, and it's a force we ignore at our peril. Technology undeniably exerts powerful deflationary forces through productivity gains, cost reductions, and increased competition. However, these forces operate within a broader economic context, influenced by monetary policy, new demand, and market structures. Booth challenges us to consider that the inflation we experience is not a natural economic state, but rather a consequence of our attempts to counteract technology's inherent deflation. He urges us to recognize that true progress lies in embracing the abundance that technology offers, even if it means fundamentally rethinking our economic paradigms. What are your thoughts? Does Jeff Booth's perspective resonate with you? Do you see technology as a savior from inflation or a harbinger of a necessary economic reset? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Finance 3.0 for more deep dives into the future of finance.